Hey, I'm back with another collective reading. Okay, I wanted to show off my new avatar, but I also wanted to just come in and pick up the cards in a world that's already set up instead of setting up in real life since I don't have everything together and this is just a little easier for me. So we're going to go ahead and pull on the collective energy and see exactly what you need to know at this time. Oh, wow. So we're starting off pretty crazy. So there is an upheaval here. It could be for you or someone in your energy. Knight of Swords reversed. So either someone is impulsively speaking or this upheaval is because of someone um speaking impulsively without a clear mind. This could also be someone that isn't talking, or because of an upheaval, they're not talking. Um, yeah, I'm definitely getting a cause and effect here. Strength reversed. So either someone is disloyal, or this could be due to a lack of courage, a lack of restraint. So, yeah, we could definitely read this two ways. This could be someone isn't talking because they don't have the courage to do so, or this is someone who is being impulsive with their words and attacking someone because of a tower moment, and they have no restraint in what they're saying. They have no loyalty to who they're speaking to. We're going to definitely look into this. I think I'm going to keep it at 3 cards and see what exactly this is. All right. So the tower, we have the 8 of Wands. Yes, some sort of communication here was the result of a tower moment. So this could be a tower moment happened because of some sort of communication that was impulsive and incorrect, spoken without a clear mind. And this is due to the lack of restraint, the lack of courage, the pride issue, ego issue, something like that. Let's see what else we got for tower. King of Wands. We have a King of Wands here who, so with it being in the upright, this could be someone who is a leader in a leadership role. This could be someone who is seeing something for what it is clearly and is able to create a vision from that. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. So let's pull on that and see what that is. The World, closing out a cycle. So maybe due to some incoming communication, um, the King of Wands here decided to end something. Let's see what they ended. 6 of Cups. Hold on. What is the 6 of Cups? Hierophant in reverse. So this could be someone who is ending a cycle for a soul connection, to rebel from their own beliefs. So maybe I'm getting that there was a bit of a tower moment with how this person thinks, with how they see the world, with how they see you. This doesn't seem to have a lot of, like, there's passion here and there's a little bit of emotion, but I don't want to rule this out as just a love connection, but it's definitely a very significant, deep connection. So it could be friends, family, lover, whatever. But this King of Wands here, a very passionate masculine, decided after some strong communication came his way that there was a major, with the major arcana coming out here, a major shift and end, a closed door. And I believe that they were the ones to close it. And this is all due to something that they're nostalgic about, something that they are drawn to, connected to emotionally, and is causing them to completely like change their whole perspective on life. Interesting. So now that we have context, it looks like there is a bit of delay with the conversation here. And I'm getting it as the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is very much someone who doesn't talk about it. They just do it. They just act on what they feel needs to be done, rather than harping over it, rather than thinking about it, rather than talking about it. Um, so there's definitely that going on where they aren't expressing themselves. They're restraining from speaking. There's no action towards creating a conversation about this tower moment. The Hermit reversed. It seems like they've gone in within about this. By the way, the King of Wands is a masculine energy, but it can be someone who is feminine as well. Think of it as this person being, regardless of gender, someone who is in your life who has a significant connection to you, who is able to just get things done as soon as their mind is made up. So if this fits your criteria for this person that you're, trying to see if this resonates with you. Yeah, I feel like they're not acting, and this is because they've already went within and they know that something doesn't need to be said. Um, yeah, and that goes back to what we were talking about the King of Wands being more of someone who is action oriented. The Eight of Pentacles in this context is someone who is very much about their energy or their financials and where that goes, their investments. They're investing time into something, doing something over and over again, focusing on something diligently, and, making sure to be very specific, intentional with how they are putting their energy into creating this. So it feels like they're working on something else because they've already went within. They're not talking about it. They're not putting any energy towards it, any passion towards it, because they see um, something else that they're doing as more important, or they're just more money focused. They'd rather not focus on what emotions, what investment of energy would go into this. They're investing into something else. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is very much either spiritually trying to methodically get themselves together to have long-term stability. So yeah, they might see something else as long-term that they want to focus on rather than focusing on the rubble that was caused by this tower. That's what I'm definitely getting. It's almost as if someone is taking themselves, they're standing in front of this this caved in tower, and they see that it is demolished, and instead of standing there, I don't know, hands uh, with the dust of said building, and asking God why, or asking the universe why is this happening. They're just kind of like, oh, okay, so this isn't efficient to focus on this anymore. I'm not going to put any energy into it with my actions. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to just work hard on building up myself and forget, sitting in isolation, thinking about this, or even just going within. I already know what this is. Especially with a King of Wands, they're very much clear headed on how they see things, how they see where their energy is to go, their passions, their desires. They see them very, very clearly, and it helps put context into how they react with the world. Strength reversed, Five of Wands. So now, with this being said, I'm getting that they aren't loyal to this conflict. I'm definitely getting that whatever the tower is was caused by a lot of competition, energy, a lot of conflict, just people wanting to fight, and they don't want to invest in this. They see this as um I don't see them as seeing this situation as something to be loyal to. Let's get some more on this. The Three of Swords reversed. Yeah, they're trying to heal. They're focused on healing rather than focusing on whatever issues are arising from what this is, this Five of Wands. I'm kind of curious on what this conflict is. We'll look into that because I'm sure you guys want to know. Injustice. I'm sorry, justice reversed. Yeah, they want to heal from something that they don't see as fair. Um, and I'm guessing it's this conflict. Maybe they see it as a waste of time. They could see it as something that is unnecessary, is what I'm getting. Queen of Swords. Yeah, they see through this. That completely contextualizes everything. There is a clear understanding, a clear knowing of where their energy needs to be put into, what they need to um, do. And usually, this is someone who is honest with their words. They're clear cut, and when they say something, like, they pretty much aren't looking to be thinking with their heart. It's more of their head. They're very, very logical, but they're very, very clear minded. So they're not coming in with words that are supposed to cut. They're not trying to hurt you, but sometimes reality and the logistics of the situation can be very, very, very hard to come to. So it comes off as cold, especially when it's just like mainly focused on logistics. So yeah, I'm getting that this person really does see things clearly. I don't, especially with the Knight of Swords up here and the Ace of Wands reversed and the Hermit reversed to follow. They aren't speaking about this. This is definitely an inner knowing um, about what was right and wrong in this situation. I'm going to pull one more and then we're just going to see what's this Five of Wands, the Four of Cups reversed. Yeah, there's an acceptance here. They have accepted what they see as to be the truth of the situation. They accept that whatever this conflict is, it's not worth being in this energy. I'm getting almost like there was some sort of information found out or a communication between someone else. Word got around that caused them to have an inner understanding of maybe you. This has to be you because we're not picking up energy for nothing, or about something that has to do with you. Like it could be like a third party situation where people are causing a lot of problems between you and another person, and it's all due to what they created, not because of anything you did. And this is being seen. So let's see what this Five of Wands situation, what this conflict is. High Priestess reversed. Gossip, definitely. Secrets, people just spreading lies. That's what the high priestess is. It's someone who, like, I get a charlatan, someone who says, "Oh, I see all, oh, I see the situation for what it is," but it's all projections. It's all lies. It's all what they want to be true. It's not anything that has to do with the truth, you know. Two of Pentacles with that as well. There's a juggling aspect. Maybe they were trying to keep the balls going when it comes to gossip or lies of a situation. Six of Swords. This could be you, or it could be the person that we picked up on, the King of Wands. This could also be um, these people. Yeah, I'm definitely getting people. It could be a person though, but I'm getting two or more that is trying to use gossip and lies in order to balance something out and move into like clearer waters, like basically get what they want, not have any issues. But it's weird because they're causing the issues. So this could also be someone else. Um, let's see. So first, let's start off with the High Priestess reversed. So whatever lies that these are, this was so something wouldn't die. Let's see, Spirit, is this because I'm reading this multiple ways. Is this gossip so an ending wouldn't occur? Or is this gossip that hasn't died? No, this shit has died. So this is them trying. Wow. So if you have some little uh flying monkeys and whoever started the gossip, they wanted to create a tower moment for you, but it's actually a tower moment for them. They didn't want something to end. What is this that they didn't want to end, Spirit? The Emperor reversed. So didn't want they didn't want to lose power, but it seems like they already did the moment they chose to do this. um I'm also getting that if you're in my collective, you probably have been dealing with this for a while, in the sense that um, it has taken just some time for spirit to roll out the truth, you know? In bits and pieces, people have been picking up on what is going on in their energy, with the people that they have around them, and eventually things clicked and this person lost their power. Ten of Wands, yeah, they are stressed about this. This was unnecessary burdens that they caused on themselves, trying to cause burdens for you with these lies is how I'm getting it. Yeah, so they didn't want something to end, but it ended anyway. And whatever it was caused them to not only lose power, but to cause more burdens on them. Things just occurring. Um, This could be from a flat tire to just people getting sick around them. And that's the thing about like karma. It doesn't always hit just you, it can hit the people around you, especially with the intensity, the concentration of the energy that you're sending, whether it's through gossip, whether it's through just, oh, I wish this person would blah, 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 or by speaking on your over your life, saying like this is you, like just giving a sort of depiction of you that just obviously isn't true. The universe sees that, and they will, especially when you're living your power, help you combat that, and it'll backfire. And this is how it backfires. It can backfire in various ways. Wow. Didn't I say Three of Cups situation? Yeah, so this is people. This is freaking people, gossipers. This is solidifying the gossip. They have caused so much burdens for themselves through this gossip, and they could be not necessarily fighting, but not seeing eye to eye. Depends on the situation, take it what resonates. But this can be from as little as disagreements. Not everybody is seeing the situation as they used to, or maybe they're seeing like, oh, like some are like, let's still gossip and stuff, and some people are like, well, this is pointless, this is not really doing anything for us, I'm tired of talking about this person. And there's like bickering going on, especially with the Ten of Wands. But this could also just be identifying the people involved, the group of people who wanted to sit there and just gossip and um, ruminate in their misery by causing you pain. Yeah, they probably thought that this would alleviate their grievances or their burdens, but it, like, in fact, it amplified it. I'm getting tenfold energy. So whatever they sent to you, they got back tenfold. That's what this tower, not only did your stuff dismantle, but you also have all this extra stuff going on in your life that wouldn't have happened if you had just stayed on path, or, minded your business, whatever you want to say. Um, okay, so we're gonna move on to Two of Pentacles, because Spirit is pretty much just, ooh, yeah. And even them trying to balance something out was grounded in toxic, um, mental, like, they were doing mental gymnastics in their head, just because their mindset is so warped that they felt that they could maintain this. And yeah, I'm getting like move into a better situation or to be happier, but it's like you can't expect to make people feel as low as you and think that you're gonna feel like a complete person. But this is the mental gymnastics that they do in their head. They don't use logic. They're very foggy mentally. And this didn't happen. I believe this is you actually moving out of this situation, whether physically or mentally. There is definitely, like, you could be feeling very much more at ease, very calm. Not every day is peachy key, but it's easier now having this energy out of your life. For those who are still in this, know that this is your sign that things will always be okay, and they will pay for, you know, more of it than you. You have to just remind yourself you're stronger than that. You're stronger than these people, just from the fact that you would never do this to those people, and you're worth more, and you can contribute your energy to something else. So you could also be that King of Wands energy where you saw shit. I, you know, I don't get monetized. You saw shit for what it was. And instead of harping over it, instead of ruminating in it, instead of asking yourself, like, why does this happen to me? Why did these people hate on me, or whatever the heck? You realize these people are bored. They don't contribute to their own lives. They don't even know how. Uh, this is how they contribute to their lives, if anything, is causing drama, causing, like, just some sort of telenovela for themselves to be entertained with, instead of like living life for what it has to offer. And life has so much to offer, but these people, they it's like they crave human connection, but they don't know how to sustain it. And the only way that they know how to sustain it is by always being the victim instead. Especially if they see you as a threat, like they see that you're more stable minded, that you don't let them have the reality that they want, that you stand up for yourself. Yeah. With one action, with one idea that was created out of toxicity that they tried to balance out, they got nothing just from this clarification of who these people are, of what they tried to, like, what this death was, if it was about you or about them. They were trying to stop something. I can assume if the King of Wands is somebody else, that they wanted that person, whether it was emotionally or just on their side. They wanted that person to, I guess, see them as the soul connection, see them as some sort of leader, because that's what an emperor is. They are all the kings in one. They are emotionally stable. They are financially stable, energetically stable. They are very clear headed, clear in their words, clear with their intentions. They're creative. They are natural born leaders. They are nurturing, warm, and clearly this person is the opposite. There's nobody warm, nobody emotionally um, intuitive and just stable would cause drama just to win somebody over, just to make themselves happy, and to only be their own demise. That's very karmic. Six of Swords reversed. The Magician. I'm gonna hold off before I say. Bruh. Yeah. This is you, dude. Whether you're a man or a woman, you are the Queen of Cups. You are someone that's moving into clear waters. You are the magician in your life. You created another timeline to go into, and it was out of love. It was out of self love. It was out of love for just everything. The ability to say, this person is who they is, but love still exists. I can still be sweet. You kept your sweetness intact. So that makes me think that they wanted to ruin that as well. They wanted to ruin your character. They wanted you to seem like this evil person when you're not. You're absolutely not. You're honest, you're gentle, you're intuitive. That's why you were able to figure this out if you are the actual king of wands in the situation. I'm actually pulling that. Who's the King of Wands? King of Swords reverse. That's that not talking energy. King of Wands came right back out. That's crazy. The Wheel of Fortune. Is this an unopened chariot? Wheel of Fortune chariot? So this could be someone that you're not in contact with right now. And this could be towards let me see. King of Swords reverse. Why is that? What is it? Ten of Cups. So yeah, this could be you could be mirroring someone, and who you're mirroring is someone that isn't talking to you right now. They're in a situation where they're not happy, so they could be tied to this whole thing. Maybe they chose the wrong side. Maybe they just aren't happy for other reasons, like maybe you're not in their life. Definitely getting that's the reason, like there's no contact and they see you as a very significant person with the Six of Cups from earlier. And it's not the best thing having you not be able to talk to them. And they could also be upset about, they feel incomplete because of lies that were told. Maybe they were foggy minded. They didn't see something clearly. They didn't get the breakthrough that they needed. They didn't see this 10 of Cups situation for what it was. Maybe they saw it as a happy ending when rather that was a lie. But they're standing in their truth. The only thing is, it's like time, fate is paused at the moment for their forward movement. And if you're my collective, that's not you. You're moving forward. You're actually the Six of Swords. So yeah, this is a totally different person. Um, why? I like to pull after I ask. Why? I'm so like I have so much to ask. I want to be very thorough with what I ask. Why is this person coming up for the collective? An opportunity, a chance, a spark. There's a spark there, a passionate beginning. Hmm. The Empress reversed. Judgment. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so they definitely fell for some sort of illusion. I think something sparked in them that caused them to see what they were holding on to. Hold on. Was the Empress reverse? Yeah. And the world reversed out again. So, well, it was upright, but hmm, one more. The Sun. Yeah. So, you are this Empress energy, man or woman. Um, someone nurturing, someone who is all of the queens in one, kind, intuitive, emotionally stable, but you also are able to feel with your emotions, emotional clarity. You are very intelligent, very quick witted, very creative, uh, radiant. Um, you are financially stable, emotionally stable. I'm sorry, energetically stable. Yeah, you are someone that they lost. Something here that hasn't come to a close. So there's an open cycle here with them. Um, and they see this. They could also see you as joy. They also probably see you for who you are with the sun. Um, and they're holding on. So this is someone that's holding on to you. They could also be holding back. Let's see, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so they're holding back. It's like they have a spark for you. They see you that they lost you and see you for who you are. There's an awakening here, and they're looking at their investments and what they actually invested in, as opposed to what they probably should have or feel that they want and wanted to, but maybe the time wasn't right with the wheel in reverse from earlier. So there's an open cycle with this person, and I'm getting reconciliation. They could actually want to reconcile and put in the action forward, but they could also be like we saw much earlier, still not ready to speak, ready to talk about the situation. They're still processing, or they're still focusing on moving forward rather than approaching that moment in the past again. Yeah, this is definitely like past energy coming to fruition, and it's causing upheavals for, it seems, not just this person, but for people involved, third parties involved between you and this person's connection. The King of Pentacles reversed. So it's so funny that I didn't really think of what I was pulling, and this didn't feel like it's in relation to all of this. But I'm getting that this is one of the people. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Someone in reverse who is focused on image, focused on taking from others, very opportunistic, never giving, only taking. Um, Someone who can't be a leader, someone who doesn't know how to energetically what is that? Energetically regulate themselves. It's almost as if they like I get energy vampire from the King of Pentacles only because, when you think about trading, uh currencies and all that, it's all an energy exchange. Um when we work hard, throughout those 7 days out of the week or whatever, um, you get a check after 2 weeks or 1 week, depending on where you work. And that's due to the effort that you put into your job, the energy that you put into your job. Not to say that, every job is the same, like you're not going to put in the same energy, but the job itself respects that you put energy in it at all. Thus, you get reimbursed for that energy. It's all the same with spirituality as well, like with the universe, giving back. It's all the same. Even back in the day when people didn't have currency, they used, like some people had salt, and they used their energy to be able to extract that salt from the earth, and they were repaid with the same mirrored energy, which is like another resource that is just as valued, and it takes just as much hard work to get, but it isn't able to be gotten in a certain area. Like that's all that this is. And I feel that the King of Pentacles in the reverse is the um opposite of who they are in the upright, which is someone who is very giving, who has the energy to give, and they don't, in reverse. Or they just don't, and they rather take. They don't know how to. But that's more page energy. Um, so I feel that the King of Pentacles reversed is more. They're more intentional, like they know what they're doing, because they know how it works. They just are too lazy to actually put in the work. So this is, if that resonates with you, of someone who was in the mix, specifically in that party situation, whether it be romantic or not. And I'm getting this multiple energies in this, so if that's the case, um, then these multiple energies, like this is one of them right here, they could all be this way, but I'm definitely getting this as one singular energy who was pulling the strings, trying to take energy away from whether it be this person or you, and they were causing a lot of problems. And gossip is very, we're going to pull on this King of Pentacles reverse. Gossip is very, um, it's black magic, and it takes energy from you, especially when you feed into the gossip. You go over to your friend and you gossip about it, and you never ask yourself, is this even worth talking about? Because if you did, you wouldn't put energy into it, and that would just stop. That would cut the cord right there. And if you're dealing with this right now, just keep that in mind. You can think all you want about, this situation, but make sure you bring it back to how can I allow this to serve me, in the way of lessons, and how I would approach this so I don't overexert my energy towards something that's unnecessary. The Hangman reverse. Yeah, this person lacks perspective. They lack the ability to see things from another point of view. They refuse to go within. They refuse to stop and look at what they're doing. So definitely impulsive energy. Magician, yeah, they tried to um, create something. Definitely could be that gossip energy. Five of Cups, and if it caused them to be sad, they could also have created this because they were sad, crying over spilled milk, worried about something that really isn't a big thing. So, what's this Five of Cups? Eight of Wands, communication, forward movement. So they could have actually. Let me see one more. Page of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting. They could have did this out of, or they regret doing this to someone that was forward moving, who was moving forward, all because they didn't have the capacity to keep up with this Page of Wands. So they tried to distort, alter something. So maybe they could seem like we got with the Emperor reverse, someone who can freaking be a leader. Because even an empress in her own right is a leader. They don't get off their throne until they need to. And they're very specific on how they pick and choose on where they go. And this person did not do that. So they don't even like qualify as the actual emperor. They're an emperor in reverse. This is what, man, this is crazy. So yeah, this is a person who sulks, who is pessimistic, who is just a very sad individual, and they make themselves sad by attacking people who they feel are who they think uh, like they think that they're above them when it's not even true. I'm pretty sure you were just living your life and this person started to mess with you because of who you were. But it's like they didn't see the choices that you had to make in order to get where you were. They didn't see what you went through. They just kind of saw you as who you are now or who you were then, and they're just like, I hate how much this person is more evolved than myself, and they wanted to have that energy, and the only way they knew how to obtain that was through gossip. But I think what they've messed up on is that they thought that you were some sort of, I don't know, like one of these regular people, and that you were just going to stand for it. Or maybe they thought that they could turn people against you and that you were going to crumble, and you didn't. You stayed who you are. You stayed that sweet, kind, intuitive individual that you are, that sound person, that gentle person that you are. You're the Queen of Cups. They can't stop you from being who you are because they can't even meet themselves at the level that they need to in order to be a better person. And that's the thing. Like, you were able to triumph because you stayed where you were. Peace be still. You were very much calculated in how you moved, where you put your energy into. And instead of putting your energy into productive, oh, maybe we have cross watchers. I was addressing the karmic in this. Cross watcher, you may think that you were going to get a one up on them, but the thing is, you didn't realize that you fucked yourself as soon as you tried to mess with this person because you thought that you knew who they were, but in fact, you know who you are. And instead of looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, this is who I am and I need to fix that, you tried to put that on somebody else, and you thought that they were going to move like you to validate that. And instead, they did the opposite. So this is all just wow. And they have to be connected to this King of Wands, um, because they came up when I started to speak on what is this here? The loss of you. So take that as it resonates. I'm going to get just a little bit on, what you need to do as of advice for this. Um, a previous situation where you had to deal with a lot of gossip and lies and slander, you held your own, and now things are coming to a head for the people that tried to, excuse me, do this to you. And it's also coming to the attention of someone who's connected to you through a deep connection that they lost the best thing that could have been for them. An empress is like top tier. Temperance and Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Swords reversed and the King of Wands reversed. So this could be another energy, or this could be the same. Like I said, it was an Emperor reversed And it could specifically be that person. We pulled the King of Pentacles reversed. Um, and I'm getting from this, if that is the case, which I'm thinking it is, that they're going to lie. They're going to sit there and be in this foggy energy, a lack of clarity. They are refusing to accept or even come to a conclusion with a breakthrough of how they got here. That's not any of your concern. The only thing that you can do is look at this situation from a different perspective. They're going to stay who they are, which is someone who just wants power. They want to be a little tyrant. They want to control things. They want to control you for some reason, which is just really, really weird, or control the connection that you have between the King of Wands in the upright and you. Maybe they even want to be seen as a King of Wands themselves, like they wanted to actually take that person's place, but they are seen for who they are, and it's not going to change. And the only thing that you can do is look at this in a different perspective, that you were protected this whole time, that you were able to gain balance and stay balanced through this, and thus that is causing you to be in the Ten of Pentacles. Whether you are there or not financially, energetically, and spiritually, you are a full person. You were able to create a lot of purging, which created a lot of growth. And this, in turn, helped you benefit in a sense that you became more of a complete person through the trauma. Instead of how you probably used to react, you reacted very well, and you were able to you were just able to flourish and awaken and ascend. You listen to your guides. I'm getting with a temperance energy. You listen to the universe, and you chose a different path, and that path sets you towards something else. You were able to take those pauses and really look at a situation rather than what this person did. So know that you're protected, and know that everything that's unfolding for your benefit. You will definitely know that this is happening, whether it is because you were told, because I'm telling you, or because, oh my gosh, well, a good thing I'm ending this. Because I'm telling you, or because you'll actually see it. But regardless, you'll be protected on however you get this information. So this honestly may just be confirmation for a lot of you, but this could also be letting you know what's going on behind the scenes, but in a more contained area, so you're protected from just any of this drama leaking on you, this conflict, because it definitely looks like the King of Wands in the upright is still dealing with this. As much as they are taking charge in a lot of areas, it seems like they're not in some others. But that's none of your concern. Focus on this. Focus on your long term stability. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what drives you, and let this all fall at the wayside. They did what they did. They can't change it. Forgive them for you. And even if you have forgiven them and you're still seeing this energy, just know that, you know, this is a collective thing. A lot of the collective is going through this, and this is all just to benefit us in the end of the day. Return that evil eye if you receive it, or transmute it all into your own energy and let it be benefiting you. Don't allow yourself to be pulled in by this. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I didn't say at the beginning, but I am Prism, PZ, or P-Chan, you know, whatever you want to call me. And this has been a message for the collective. I'll see you next time. Bye.